everyone, and thanks so much for logging in and joining us on After GMS right here on the News 2 Facebook page. I'm Tracy McCain here with Ed Matthews and Sydney Moore.
Good morning to the both of you. Good morning to all of you online. Ed, a very hot day today. Folks got to make sure they stay hydrated.
That's absolutely correct for today and really pretty much all week as we're moving into a heat wave here in our part of the Piedmont. The sun is out. Temperatures are moving up. We take a look over Burlington, just a little bit of a breeze. Any wind today is going to be a hot breeze for sure, but no clouds at the moment. There'll be some cumulus clouds developing this afternoon, but there's going to be a low storm chance over the next several days with high pressure in control of our weather. Conditions at the Burlington Airport, temperature at 74, but look at the dew point. There's a lot of water vapor in the atmosphere, and it's going to be that heat and humidity that's going to combine to make it feel just downright miserable pretty much all week long. Yesterday, 91 out at PTI. We're on our way to the mid-90s here in the Piedmont today, and by tomorrow and Wednesday, likely seeing some upper 90s. But again, that's only part of the story. We got to talk about that humidity, making it feel like around 102 today and maybe as high as 105, 107 by Tuesday and Wednesday. I think Tuesday and Wednesday will be the hottest days of the week of this heat wave. Now, we do have alerts for the hot weather, a heat advisory, not for the Triad, the immediate metro Triad, but Alamance County, Chatham County, Moore, Lee, and Montgomery are under a heat advisory beginning at noon today, and that will run until 8 p.m. And the Triad could be placed in that tomorrow because we're going to be even hotter in the Piedmont on Tuesday. So it's definitely heat wave conditions, high pressure building at the surface and in the upper levels of the atmosphere, bringing on the heat. And this high pressure will stay strong across the area right on through the better part of the week. It won't start to weaken until we move into late Thursday, Friday, and especially the weekend when we drop back. Cool off, get this, cool off into the 80s. We'll be up about 94 today. It'll feel like 102 in the afternoon. Tomorrow, 97, 96 on Wednesday. Feeling like around 107 tomorrow afternoon and around 105 on Wednesday. This is dangerous heat, and it's nothing to joke about. I tell you what, you really need to be careful if you're one of the many people that work outdoors. Take plenty of breaks and drink a lot of water and stay hydrated. This could be a life-threatening situation with this dangerous heat that will be over the Piedmont for much of this week. You can see by Thursday and Friday, we trim a few degrees off and increase slightly the chance of an afternoon storm on Thursday. By the weekend, yeah, cooling off to 88 on Saturday. And how about some mid-80s and a little less humid on Sunday? Boy, we'll be ready for that after what we're getting ready to go through this week.
Wow. Yeah. It's days like this that I don't mind being in this cool, or I should say cold, studio because as soon as you step outside, it is miserable.
Yes.
So this is definitely not a roll your window down type of day. It is an AC pumping, fans going. This heat and humidity is no joke.
No joke. We asked you early on the Good Morning Show, what temperature do you consider too hot? One viewer says 78 to have to be refrigerated. Another viewer says 85 is hot for me. Humidity makes it so much worse, and that really bothers me.
So we heard from Robin who said, my heat limit is 80 and above. I'm a fall winter type of girl. I don't blame you, Robin, me too. Jonathan said in part, personally, I like the temperature to be no more than 80 degrees, no more than 50% humidity. And it's the humidity that is the problem. When it's even 50% or higher than that, that's when you can really feel the difference. And when your body starts to kind of sweat even when you're not working.
And that's what puts the stress on your body. You combine the heat and the humidity. If we didn't have the humidity, you know, mid and upper 90s would be okay, but you factor in the humidity, you get the feel-like temperature, and that's what your body thinks the temperature is.
Wow. Right.
And it is really stressing out when we get those Well, tomorrow, maybe 107 is what it'll feel like in the
107, Ed.
and maybe 105 on Wednesday.
Wow.
And your body really gets fatigued, in those conditions. So, certainly a life-threatening situation if you don't take care of yourself. And do that because quite often, when you start to feel ill, it's already too late.
Right.
You're already moving into heat stress or maybe even a heat stroke, and that's what can be life-threatening. Now, in terms of my upper limit with temperatures, I would say 85, anything over 85, but the real key is that humidity. And I gave an example earlier on the Good Morning Show. Years ago, I went out to Las Vegas. Great city, hot city, but not very humid. I was out there, and while I was there in Las Vegas, the temperature was 110. It didn't feel like it.
Right.
I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I honestly couldn't believe.
Right.
You're kidding me. It's 110?
Wow.
Right.
It felt like about 90 here in the conditions. But when you have that, same thing with Phoenix, Arizona, and the desert Southwest. They can get to 115, 120, and that's plenty hot, and they have to be careful as
Right,
well.
yeah.
And they can have heat advisories, but they have the much lower humidities, and that really helps things out.
Yeah, and it has to, because that
Yeah.
sounds horrible.
It does sound I was going to say 120.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we've seen it. So mine is right alongside yours, 85 to 87 degrees, not much more than that. I'm a summer baby. I grew up in the South.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it, but I don't want it. And the humidity is what it really makes the difference. If it's low humidity, I'm happy. You can make it as hot as you want. But with the humidity included, I'm inside. My kids and I, we're going to do early activities. We're going to do park early. We're going to do everything early so that by noon, we're in the house. And
Got it
that's
all out of the way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
noon until about 8 p.m. is the time frame when we have the hottest conditions, the highest feels like temperature. And so that's the time of, mornings are okay. I mean,
Right.
I've been out in the weather garden this morning. It feels like an oven out there with the heat and humidity, but that's not dangerous with temperatures in the 70s. It'll be later on this afternoon through the evening.
How about you, Sydney?
Anything over 79, I just don't prefer it at all. I like to stick to my 70-degree weather. 79 is a good number, but
Yeah.
I'm a fall baby.
Yes.
So that's why I kind of like staying in my 70s.
Is it October?
October,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes.
See, I'm trying to be good about this. Ed's is coming up in June, so he
Yeah.
also knows these hot temperatures.
June 26th, so I know all about the heat. I'm a hot weather baby.
You're the day
too.
before my mom.
All right.
All right, so we asked you about, the heat and kind of where your comfort level sits, and got a lot of responses here, but one that stuck out was from LeVar, who said, 90 is too hot for me. 97 is insane. He said.
Yes.
Yes. We also heard from, let's see, wait, hold on. Where did it go? I think our Brian said something about 97 degrees, but now I can't find it. I'm not sure.
Let's see, I'm looking.
But it's okay. We have more at the bottom here. But Belinda Milton said 75 or on higher than 85 for me is too much. Mart says, no AC here, just turn on a fan and you'll get through it.
Ooh, I don't know.
Bobby said, I wish the humidity was the same as it is out west here. And Joanne said, 80 is okay, thankful for air conditioning and plenty of water.
Amen.
Yes.
And Isaac just came in, said 70 degrees is awesome. High five.
is.
I agree.
It is.
Yeah,
I
it is.
agree.
A dry 70. And
Yeah.
somebody mentioned, we wish we had the dry air like they have in the desert Southwest and out into the Rockies. You can think the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. They're two big water sources there. And that's what brings that humidity into our backyard in the summer months.
Yeah, I joked earlier and I said, you brought all the summer heat from Florida back with you.
That was funny.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was cooler in Key West. Well, it rained a little bit down there.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Got one day we got 4 inches of rain with that little tropical system.
I was worried about you.
That moved through. I was out riding my bike in the rain. It wasn't thunder and lightning, but they can have heat as well. But for us, we're just not really used to this. We have it, and we've even been over 100. Very rare that happens. But when we get hot temperatures like this, our bodies are quite frankly not used to it.
Yeah, it's not. Philip Walker said 95 is too hot. Watch your health when it gets that hot. And Bobby said the same thing. He said, I'm used to working outside, but when it gets 88 and above, it's too hot for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people like the cooler temperatures. Broadcast Technique said, we love the 60-degree weather. And Diane said, I like between 70 and 80.
That sounds good.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's going to be like this for the next 5 days. So make sure you have, yes, and have a plan to, you know, always have water with you.
Yes.
You know, you do have to kind of plan it out. Make sure you have your water jugs with you, keep it filled. And then make sure you're sipping out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And you think, well, there's so many different things I can drink. Iced tea, that's got caffeine in it. Coffee, that's already a hot drink. It's got caffeine in it. Caffeine is not good for hydration. As a matter of fact, it dries you out. You know, anything with caffeine in it dries you out. So water, absolutely no alcohol in conditions like this.
Says Ed.
And I mean it.
And I mean it.
All right, let's go ahead and turn to your morning headlines here. An important discussion happening at the FDA this week. They're meeting to discuss Pfizer's vaccine for the youngest Americans. They are considering the company's emergency use request for children 6 months to 4 years old. A CDC panel must also approve it, and it comes after federal health officials say the kid-sized doses of Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine appears to be safe and effective for children under 5. The White House says parents of children in that age group should go ahead and make an appointment to get a COVID shot for them at the end of the month. U.S. regulators did not inspect any of the 3 biggest baby formula manufacturers in 2020. That's according to a report from the Associated Press. Federal records indicate many plants were not reviewed due to COVID, including the recently reopened Abbott Nutrition formula plant in Michigan. The plant reopened under new restrictions by the FDA. Remember, it was closed for 4 months following a recall involving 2 baby deaths. Congress says it is working to prevent another tragedy. If passed, a recent bill would require the FDA to inspect infant formula facilities every 6 months.
A traffic memo for Greensboro drivers. North Elm Street will be closed between Smith Street and Bessemer Avenue to start water line replacement work. Access to businesses along this part of North Elm will remain open. Work will wrap up after July 30th. Opportunity knocks for Triad job seekers. Dozens of employers are lining up to add workers to their roster. The fair comes just in time as hundreds of workers in Alamance County could be without a job by next month. All right, Denise McMiller is in Mebane with details on a job fair set for this morning.
Well, this thick packet is full of job openings, some of them in local government. Now, you'll get a chance to be able to look at some of these openings and get hired on the spot here at the Mebane Arts and Community Center today. Between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m., Alamance County's NC Works is hosting a huge job fair in partnership with the city of Mebane. More than 30 employers will have immediate openings. Some jobs are in light manufacturing to give the 200 employees impacted by Gildan and Precinct warn notices a chance to secure new employment before their facilities close next month. But there are positions in other industries like healthcare, engineering, and design. All of the employers at today's job fair are offering full-time positions.
As part of our job fair, we'll bring in what we call the minibus. We will have laptops, and I'll have staff at those laptops available. After they talk to people, they can go right to those laptops, go right online, because most of the employers now want you to put an application online.
There are job fairs happening this week in other parts of the Triad. To name a couple, a transportation company is hosting a hiring event Tuesday and Wednesday in both Greensboro and High Point. And this Thursday, Vanderbilt, a mortgage company, is also hosting a career fair. Again, the job fair here at the Mebane Arts and Community Center begins at 10 a.m. And if you are looking to update your resume or need help filling out a job application for any of these jobs in the Triad, a good resource is NC Works.
Well, for your entertainment, let's show you this hot 7-day. I'm joking about the entertainment part. No joking here. Be careful this week. 94 today, 97 tomorrow, 96 on Wednesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday will be the hottest days. We're going to get within a degree or so of our standing record high for both of those days. We could tie it if we reach those numbers out at PTI. Again, the real focus is going to be the feel-like temperature. It will feel like 102 this afternoon, 107 tomorrow afternoon, and around 105 coming up on Wednesday. It stays hot for Thursday and Friday, but the pattern finally starts to break down a bit, and we shall cool off into the upper 80s by Saturday and mid 80s on Sunday. And I think by the weekend it's going to be a little less humid as well. Oh boy.
Well, I look forward to the weekend.
Yeah, can't wait.
Joanne also wanted us to remind everyone to take care of your pets.
Good idea, Joanne.
Make sure they have water as well.
Yes.
Bring them inside if you can. 'Cause it's too hot for anyone living, you know, it's just too hot.
And in these conditions, and really pretty much every day in the summer, don't walk your pet on the hot pavement.
Ooh, that's a good reminder too.
That's very important.
Yeah. Thank you, Sydney, for joining us the last few days.
Absolutely.
We had fun
thank you
with
so much. I always
Yeah.
enjoy coming. So
Yeah.
thank you,
We hope to have you back soon.
Absolutely.
Megan is back tomorrow. Christian, I think, might be here. We'll have to check his schedule. He's been
Yeah, he deserves some
He does
time
deserve
off because he worked my vacation. He's a great guy.
Don't forget to tell him about that coffee. Tell him to make sure he's
Absolutely.
drinking that water.
He's
You
gotta
know he
slow
loves
down.
his coffee now.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to get me.
All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow for After GMS on the News 2 Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.